Hey guys, please bear with me. I am new to this. I've never made this kind of video before, and I don't have a fancy setup yet anyway. I am a 41-year-old mom of a 9-year-old boy and a bonus mom to a 9-year-old little girl, and we now have a 14-and-a-half-month-old baby boy. We lost our 15-year-old almost 3 years ago in June. But our 9-year-old boy is high-functioning autistic, and we are struggling since his brother's death. We have dealt with a lot of intense behavior, depression, suicidal threats and thoughts, and just overall sadness, a lot of grief. He had him in therapy for a long time, since before his brother's death even. He's been in programs, he's been in speech, we've done ABA therapy, we did intensive home therapy through the program that they have at school. He sees a psychiatrist, he's on stimulant meds, and he's been on stimulant meds for, I guess, since he was, I don't know, around 5 years old or so. And we were conservative with meds. You know, he had been diagnosed for about a year before we even discussed any kind of medication, because I wanted to be one of those parents that could function and give my child all the love that he needed that would keep him from having to be medicated. You know, I always had this judgment, in a way, I guess, of parents that medicated their kids, that they were using it as a babysitter or as a crutch because they just didn't want to put the work in. And I was so misinformed. You know, I've learned a lot over the years, but it's gotten to the point that, I don't know, I'm at a loss now. I was recently diagnosed with cervical cancer. This is my second bout with it. I was supposed to have a hysterectomy in 2003, and I didn't, because I wanted to have babies. But now that that's happened for me, I feel like it's, a time that it needs to be done now, because I need to be able to be 100% for my kids. Anyway, so I think probably looking back, since the birth of our 14-month-old Tucker, things have gotten a lot worse for Callan. He is acting out. He is showing signs of aggression towards his sister, in particular, towards his dad. Talking back a lot to me, even, well, to everybody. He is great at school. They don't see any of these behaviors, which is good, but it adds to the challenge that they don't see what we see, so he doesn't qualify for the services that he needs. He is falling behind in school. But, so, like I said, we've done the ABA, and I have another referral in to get into that again, because, for example, 2 days ago, we started the morning off with a meltdown because he was trying to sneak toys, or, he was trying to sneak glasses that he had stolen from a store the day prior, and they were taken away from him so we could return them. And he sneaked them away and tried to take them in his backpack, even though the night before, we approved the clothes that he picks out for the day, and we search his backpack and make sure everything's together. His socks and his shoes are ready so he can get dressed and head out the door and not put everyone behind. Well, my husband searched him one last time before he ran to the bus, and he had these glasses. So he took those away. So that started out with a huge meltdown and telling Dad that he hates him and all of that. He had a good day at school, from what I understand, but he lied to the school that afternoon and told them that I had told him that he was going to be a bus rider. So the school called me at 3:15 wanting to know where I was, that they had our children in the office waiting to be picked up. So figured out that he had been dishonest about whether he was riding the bus or not. So fast forward to getting home. I'm trying to cook dinner, and he decided to push the Christmas tree completely over just because he could. Then later on that night, he locked himself in the bathroom, and he had taken my iPad, and he was in the bathroom with my iPad, which may not seem like a big deal, but I had to give his iPad away recently because after many long conversations and deleting apps and all those things, he was caught again downloading dating apps and chatting apps where he could chat with strangers and things like that. It's something that he's completely obsessed with, electronics and social media. He has created his own Facebook account, and we have tried to discuss with him the dangers of what, sexual predators and that not everybody that he wants to talk to are nice people. And, the sex trafficking issues and all that stuff, it scares me for him. He's so not so social in person, but online, he talks and he has conversations as though he's an adult. And we've found inappropriate messages from men on applications that he has downloaded, that when we respond to them to let them know that they're speaking with a child, they have no idea because he's not honest about his age. So him having my iPad in the bathroom and trying to get on Facebook is just a serious thing for us. So anyway, he's been with the same therapist for probably since kindergarten, first grade, somewhere around there. And it's just, nothing seems to be helping. So here I am, just raw. I don't know where to begin with this stuff, but I want to take you on our journey of finding a solution to not cure autism, but to live with it. The real side of what parents deal with that is not always talked about. I'm hoping that I can introduce you to Calvin, and maybe this could be helpful to him. I would love to see some comments from those of you that are going down the same road too. If you have any tips for us, we've done rewards where he can earn cotton balls by helping the family, and each cotton ball was worth 5 minutes of time on the iPad, free time or whatever, and he could spend them whenever he chose as long as his homework was done and his chores were done for the day. We've tried so many different things to positive reinforcement. I'm not gonna lie, corporal punishment. He's had spankings for things that we know that he knows what he's doing and he's just deliberately being deceitful or hurting his sister things like that. You know, you just, as a parent, sometimes you just break and you can't take anymore. We've put him in the corner. We've had him write sentences. I have taken him to the police station, and after he stole a $300 check from us just before Christmas. I've tried everything, and I'm at the end of my rope, and I would love to hear from some of you, hopefully without judgment, but I can take it. I know that I've made mistakes, and I'm bound to make more, but you know, I would love to hear your story and what you've gone through. We're going to work on diet changes, and maybe there's a holistic diet, foods, things that I can do at home to help. As far as that goes, I don't know, but if you have any tips, I would love to hear from you. We'll just see where this takes us, but I would love to share stories and just work together on getting us through autism. Have a good day. Thank you.